Have you ever felt your entire mood change because of someone's words? A careless comment, a raised voice, a message that never came, and suddenly your peace disappears. But here's a truth most people never accept. No one can make you angry unless you allow them to. Once there was a man who allowed everyone to do exactly that, and it slowly destroyed his life, until one meeting changed everything. This is his story, and if you listen carefully, it might be yours too. In a quiet village surrounded by hills and open fields, there lived a man named Thomas. Everyone in the village knew Thomas, not because he was kind, not because he was wise, but because of his anger. If his wife forgot salt in the food, Thomas shouted. If a goat wandered into his field, Thomas screamed. If children laughed too loudly near his house, Thomas burst out yelling, "Can't you stay quiet for 1 minute?" People walked carefully around him. Children crossed the road when they saw him coming. Thomas believed this meant respect. In truth, it was fear. His wife Emily often tried to speak to him calmly. One evening she said gently, "Thomas, why do you let such small things upset you so deeply?" Thomas snapped back, "Because people don't know how to behave. If they disrespect me, how can I stay calm?" What Thomas never realized was this. Every time he reacted, he handed control of his emotions to others. Anyone could ruin his peace with a single word. One summer morning, something unusual happened. A quiet elder arrived in the village. He wore simple clothes. His face was calm, like still water. He sat under an old banyan tree near the village well. People said, "He speaks very little, but when he does, his words stay with you." Villagers came quietly to sit near him. They left feeling lighter. That evening, Emily said, "Thomas, go speak to the elder. Maybe he can help you." Thomas laughed. "What can an old man teach me? He doesn't deal with people like I do." But the very next day, while Thomas worked in his field, a neighbor's young son accidentally broke one of his tools. Thomas exploded. His shouting echoed across the fields. Birds flew away in fear. The boy ran home crying. That night, Thomas sat alone. His chest burned, his head hurt, and a question he had never asked before came to his mind. Why do I always feel worse after getting angry? He didn't sleep. Before sunrise, he walked toward the banyan tree. The elder sat quietly, eyes closed, listening to the morning birds. Thomas stood there, unsure how to begin. Finally, he spoke. "Sir, I'm tired. People make me angry, and I can't control myself." The elder opened his eyes and smiled softly. "Sit," he said. After a moment of silence, the elder asked, "When someone angers you, how long does the anger stay?" Thomas thought. "Sometimes an hour, sometimes the whole day." "And when it finally fades," the elder asked, "how do you feel?" Thomas sighed. "Empty, ashamed, exhausted." The elder nodded. "Because anger burns the one who holds it, not the one it's aimed at." He picked up a clear cup of water. "This water is calm, but if I shake it, can you see your reflection?" Thomas shook his head. "That is your mind when you react," the elder said. "You cannot see truth in disturbed water." Thomas asked, "So should I stay silent when people insult me?" The elder smiled. "No, learn to respond, not react. When someone throws dirt at you, you can either catch it or step aside. The choice is always yours." The next morning, the elder asked Thomas to bring a pot of water and some sand. Thomas obeyed. "Boil the water," said the elder. As the water bubbled, the elder asked, "Can you touch it now?" "No," Thomas replied, "it will burn me." "That is anger," the elder said. "When emotions boil,
Peace cannot be touched. The elder dropped sand into the pot. The water turned dirty. That is your mind when you react. Then he poured the water into a bowl and waited. Slowly, the sand settled. The water became clear again. When you stop reacting, your mind settles on its own. Thomas felt something shift inside him. All these years, he had been boiling his own mind. For the next few days, Thomas practiced awareness, not silence from fear, but silence from strength. When anger rose, he breathed deeply. Step aside, he told himself. At first, it was painful. Old habits fought back. One day at the market, a merchant tried to cheat him. Thomas felt the fire rise. He wanted to shout, but he paused. "I'll buy from someone honest," he said calmly, and walked away. That night, Thomas slept peacefully for the first time in years. Then came the real test. One morning, some young men mocked him. "Look, the angry man has become a saint," they laughed. Thomas felt his fists tighten, but he remembered the elder's words, "When you react, you give your power away." He smiled and said, "You're right, I'm learning something better." They fell silent. Weeks passed. Emily noticed the change. Thomas smiled more, shouted less. The village noticed too. People began coming to him for advice. One morning, Thomas returned to the banyan tree. "Sir, people never made me angry. My own mind did." The elder smiled. "Life will always test you, but every calm moment makes you stronger." Years later, Thomas became known as the calmest man in the village. When asked how he changed, he said, "You can't control the wind, but you can learn how to sail." Final message. We cannot stop people from speaking harshly. We cannot stop problems from coming, but we can stop giving them power. Every reaction is a choice. Every moment of calm is strength. The one who controls his reaction controls his life.